Hello there. How's it going? Is audio working? I'm using a different mic today, so hopefully it's a little louder today. Clouds here, no photons. That's too bad. It's clear here in my purple skies, but at least it's clear. Okay, better today. Cool. Yeah, this was actually a microphone I used for my live streams like a long time ago, like over a year ago, I think. And I forgot about it, and so it's just one of the least expensive Rode microphones. So anyway, welcome. I already started imaging tonight. Hello, Sun Goku. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, so let me switch to it. Hopefully everything else is okay technically. So my hair is maybe blowing a little bit more than usual because I have the fans cranked up. What's the real reason you're outside, squatters? No, it's the weather's not too bad, and honestly, a lot of times I don't feel like going to the room where I usually do my live streams. It's upstairs, and I don't know. And so I thought I'd mix it up a little bit and try streaming outside. But it's like the weather's pretty reasonable. It's like 70s, low 70s, so it's comfortable. Main problem is the mosquitoes. All right. Only in Texas. Well, I have the fans for the mosquitoes, but yeah. Oh, nice. Clear in Monroe, North Carolina. Cool. Yeah, it's I mean, sometimes I have fans when I'm outside because it's too when it's a little warm. But yeah, let me switch to the let me switch. Oh, hey. That's awkward. Camera. Oh, let me figure out why the mini PC. A sec here. I forgot. Uh, I forgot that about this. Hold on a second. I forgot that when I'm doing OBS from my laptop, a lot of times it because I'm I'm not on the screen here, screen here. I'm not sharing my desktop. I'm sharing a mini PC desktop, and it didn't grab the window correctly and share that particular window, even though it hasn't changed names. It just doesn't. So I had to reattach it. So I had just gotten started imaging earlier. It's a talk. I mean, yeah. So I mean, this was a little bit ago. I started it before the stream, about 20 minutes now, and this is Messier 2 with the Newtonian. Let me go in here. But like 13 minutes. Again, I have the screen brightness way down because otherwise it's hard to it ends up overexposing me. But yeah, so I'm going to move on to another target. I also started the S30 a little bit ago before the stream started with the North American Nebula. Let me change it to that more normal angle. So yeah, that's turning out nicely. I've been imaging. It's dropping a lot of frames, but it's like 20 minutes of data. Not too bad. Yeah. So again, Bortle 9. That's with the S30. Just I think I might leave it going for a bit longer until the North American Nebula goes behind a building. But this one I want to move on to another target. Now I've got it zoomed in a little bit, but this is the full image. I am, yes, on the S30 10-second subs. I actually didn't particularly try to polar align it very closely. I have it at like the same angle it usually is, and I just kind of put it out, and it's close-ish, but probably not that. Yeah, it's again, because I use the app, I need to, maybe I'll try to get ALP running so during the stream, so I can try to increase that gain. It's definitely worth a shot, but right now it should just be at the default of 200. Maybe I can get it. Maybe I'll do it to increase it to like 250. But first, let me figure out a new target for this. Let's see. Yeah, and plus M2, the globular cluster, is getting, it's not completely to the meridian, but it's getting close, and that always ends up causing issues. Let's see. I mean, part of me is tempted to just, because the conditions aren't too bad. Let me see what the transparency is like today. Oh, good evening. Welcome, Otto. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I think the app just sets it to the default, which is 200, I think. What is this? What does ESC show? Yeah, it shows 200. So I think it just sets it to the default, and it doesn't allow you to change it. So let me go. What do you think? Doing the Witch's Broom part of the Veil Nebula? It's almost straight overhead, so I could image it for a bit, get some good results. Or should I try the East Veil? Now, the field of view is too wide to really get the whole thing. Although I think I could get more of the Witch's Broom in one, or at least some interesting parts of it. Maybe I'll start with that. Now, granted, that is on the other side of the meridian. I'm talking in slow motion. That's not good. Let me look at my network. I should be on the right network. Now, the one thing I'm not doing, well, part of the problem is I'm doing, hold on a second. I forgot. I was doing something here. Give me a moment. Okay. I wasn't sure if maybe I was bogging the computer down or if I'm maxing the network out. Or both. Actually, you know what? Let me quit something on the laptop. See, and normally this is why I usually stream from a dedicated computer, and that's all I do from that computer. So I generally stream. I don't try to, and it's hardwired into the network. Whereas right now I'm on wireless, but I'm like 2 feet away from the access point, so the connection should be pretty good. Look at this. Hopefully that will help. Oh yeah. Sound like Jabba. Good evening, Cupids. Does anybody else notice weird audio from me? While let me bring up Discord. Oh, that's really cool. So Jeff is imaging the comet Lemon, and that looks amazing. And this is with an S50, and he's imaging from Starfront, I believe. All right. Did that help the memory? Yep, memory is better. So hopefully, any audio, yeah, that is really amazing. And I'm really bummed because my Seestar at Starfront won't track. It needs to be power cycled, and I opened a ticket on Sunday, and I'm waiting for them to hard restart it. So I can't image that. So it's nice to see Jeff's image. Hello, Jeff. Welcome. Thanks for joining. It's nice to see Jeff's. Hello, Jeff. Welcome. Thanks for joining. What was I? Oh, I was going to go. Sorry, I'm getting. And that's the other thing I didn't end up using. I was going to go. I didn't end up using and that's the other thing. I didn't end up using second monitor. Like I have a little portable monitor I got 10 years ago. I didn't end up hooking it up, so I'm just using my laptop screen and bouncing around between things. 10 years ago. So I'm going to go to NGC 6960 just to start with. Bouncing around between things. 10 years ago. So I'm going to go to NGC 6960 just to start with. Bouncing around between things. Years ago. So I'm going to go to NGC 6960 just to start with. Bouncing around between things. Years ago. So I'm going to go to NGC 6960 just to start with. While that's doing its thing, this is North American nebulas coming along nicely. While that's on the S30, this is North American nebulas coming along nicely. And yeah, unfortunately, I can't image the comet from home because American nebulas coming along because of my, I can't, unfortunately, because it's to the west and my skies are bad. Because oh, there is an echo. That's not good. It's to the west and my skies are bad. Oh, there's an echo. That's let me try to think what could be. You're hearing echoes. Oh, there's an echo. Let me try to think what could be. You're hearing echoes. Let me try to think what could be. You're hearing echoes. Let me try to think what could be. Do you hear the echo right now? I'm just trying to figure out where it might be coming from. Oh, God. That's weird. It makes the roof. Okay. It's so weird because. Oh. I think it was because one of the apps I was running had my audio on it and it was feeding back into the stream. Sorry about that. It's so weird. Let me go check something here. All right, cool. Cool. All right. Thank you for letting me know that. Never fails. Always something. All right. So, yeah, that. You still hear the echo? Also great. Okay. It's quite a mystery. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Anyway, that comet is quite incredible. Let me go back to see if the Seestar, not the Seestar, the Newtonian, if it's gotten to the next target. Which is the Witch's Broom, part of the Veil Nebula. Let me also check something here, see how the guiding's going. Not the worst guiding. I didn't really align the scope I just kind of set it out in the same place I always put it. And so that's good. I mean, this isn't the ideal filter for this. I'm using the SV240, which isn't. It's a dual narrow band. It's not like super narrow, but it also includes some infrared pass band pass, but it's not a super narrow band. Ideally, I would probably use that on this target, but very low free audio. Weird. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I was gonna say that's kind of unexpected. So what else? That comet is looking great. And of course, it's the nucleus is trailing. I mean, because the comet's moving, the nucleus part of the comet is kind of stretched out. But look at that tail, though. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, Satyr. Okay, let me try to bring that up. Yeah, sorry. Oh, right. Michael Evans. Yeah, and I'm really keen to see how it does at f3. At some point, I'm going to get that reducer, and yeah. I mean, the thing that I like about it is the price isn't too bad, and like my skies, I mean, we know, or as I've often discussed, my skies are particularly pathologically bad. So with a filter on it, I'm quite happy on how quickly I'm able to get stuff. Let me adjust the stretch here in a sec. And I want to bring up the Satyr image that my son Goku has, but I'm getting kind of, again, using one monitor isn't ideal, but see if we can, it's because it's all, well, let me reset the colors here. Reset that. See, it has the midtones way down, so I need to bring these over to really bring out the nebulosity. There we go. That's better. Now, again, because of the bad gradient, it's not as good as it could be, but then again, 4 minutes, I'm not going to complain. I shouldn't complain. Let me try maybe move this a little bit, and then try to bring up the brightness. Yeah. Like I say, this isn't the ideal filter for this. I've gotten better results with the with my SV220, which is not even the new, more expensive one. The 3 nanometer bandpass. It's the 7 nanometer bandpass. The one I have. Yes. Oh, nice. Very nice. 3 hours on it. Cool. That area is a lot of nebulosity. Whoa, what did I just do? I minimized the front window. Cool. Yeah, this need to make the try to darken it. Yeah, that looks a little better. So touchy sometimes. All right, let me go back to looking at Jeff's comet image. Well, it is pretty close. I mean, I've found that I get the polar alignment pretty close, and then, or I mean, reasonably close, and then I put the scope out in the exact same position. I have like an edge on my patio, and I find that if I always put the tripod legs kind of up against the edge, and when I do that, the alignment is not too far off. It's surprisingly close. Like even with the Newtonian, I find sometimes I'm only like from night to night, it's in the arc minutes that it differs, which I find actually kind of surprising. I would expect it to be closer to a degree or more, but it's in the arc minutes because I'm very careful when I bring things in and out to not twist anything. What size filter? I'm using 2-inch filters. I ended up buying 2-inch filters just for, I mean, I don't need it for the camera I'm using currently, but I bought them because at the time they weren't that much more expensive than the 1.25, and just to future proof it. But yeah, I have 2-inch. Of course, then the problem is like everything's like a filter wheel's a lot more expensive. Or I mean, it's more expensive, but yeah, I think I might move on to another target just because it's getting close to the roof, and it's going to start really deteriorating here. So I need to just find another target. In the meantime, I'll go back to North American Nebula. There you go. And not bad. I mean, again, I always am impressed by the S30 specifically. I love the S50, but the S30, even though it's got a smaller lens, the better sense. I feel like maybe the better sensor makes a difference. Yeah, either that or it's just the wider field that I like. All right. So what should we try to measure? Yeah, that's getting kind of, yeah, and the problem is like the Seestar region, that's already past the roof line. So have I done the Cocoon Nebula with this? Of course, how much time do I have left before it crosses the meridian? Might be worth it. I could do half an hour before it hits the meridian. So, because I've done the Cocoon Nebula with a narrow band, with the Newtonian. I mean, with the dual narrow band. So maybe I should try it with this filter. So that's IC 5146. So let me try that. Sorry, I'm like, so I'm gonna stop this and go to IC 5146. Select, make sure everything's good, and go. Cool. Yeah, it looks like it might be good tomorrow night here, in which case I'll probably do another live stream because we're going to have several days where the conditions aren't great. So I'm going to try to take advantage of it. Now at Starfront, it's supposed to start getting nice towards the weekend, and it looks like there might be a number of days next week that are great, which will be good. Unfortunately, the moon's will start interfering with things, but take the good with the bad. I was actually checking to see if Starfront. I always do this to myself. I keep checking my. I'm sorry about the brightness. I always do this to myself. I'll just keep checking my ticket at Starfront, but I don't think they've started looking at it yet, unfortunately. Oh, nice. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, I mean, as when you're just kind of like looking at it with your eye, even if you're in a pretty dark sky, I mean, there's a lot of stars, but then when you, sorry, I have the brightness way down on my screen. It's too low. Sorry, wires. No wires. Yes. And every time I move the Newtonian, you see me. I'm like looking over here. It's because of the wires. I need to redo them to make them a little more, a little less likely to get snagged. But yeah, like the S30 is right in front of me, and no wires. I don't have it plugged in right now because I don't have the dew heater on, so I figured it was fully charged, it'll be fine. And speaking of that, I think I need to change targets because it looks like it's about to start interfering with the roof. Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly. Holy, yeah, no, it's great. There's so many things that are very nice. Okay, cool. Sorry. So I need to find something different for this, but let me double check that the guiding's okay. Not the worst. So let me start stacking that. Reset. Set. Okay. Because whenever I've tried to image this with a dual narrowband, it's like really I've had better luck with, no filter, but in the city that's not really feasible. So I'll let that go for a bit. I want to see that comment, I tell you. That looks great. Yeah. That's one thing I always hate, plugging something in and seeing a spark. Hello, Frank. Welcome. competitor, I mean, technically you've got like the dwarf. I guess the dwarf telescopes would be about the closest to a direct competitor. But that's a good question. I mean, because it's I mean, it's just thinking about it. Hello, Chief Astro. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've do have clear skies here again, and I might even have them again tomorrow. So we'll see. Thanks for joining. As far as competitors to the Seestar, for it to be, because like ZWO has the cameras, they have the ASI Air, so like they have a mount, so they had a lot of the pieces. So although Dwarf makes a smart telescope, I'm just trying to think of other companies that have like all the different pieces that could make a smart telescope kind of just with their own stuff. I mean, Celestron has a nice, expensive smart scope, like much higher end, but they don't make the cake. I mean, yeah. So, and that's kind of the dilemma, is a lot of other companies don't have something like the ASI Air. So, I mean, if like QHY had, I mean, because was it QHY or TubeTech? One of them had something like an ASI Air, but it wasn't. I mean, it seemed like it wasn't as fully baked. Yeah. 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 I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be interesting if something like a QHY or TubeTech, but even then, do they have all the pieces already? Do they have a mount? Not that that's that complicated, but like a mount, a smart, or a telescope controller, a cameras, and ZWO. Yeah, Origin. Yeah, I mean, Celestron could do a cheaper one, since they could do a cheaper one if they wanted to. They could, yeah, I mean, because they have some really cheap, like pretty cheap, inexpensive refractors and like reflectors. They could do something that would be interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think one of the biggest, I don't know, like you can put the pieces together, but to do it at a reasonable enough price point is, yeah. And maybe that's why there haven't been a lot on the less expensive side. It would be cool though. Especially if it was from a brand that already had other offerings, like a Celestron, maybe Skywatcher associated with ZW, or are they set like a Skywatcher? Was it Synth? Whoever. Yeah, Task. That would be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that would actually be, yeah, it would be nice to have guiding. Yeah. Yeah, and like there's the S50, and there's an S50N that might come out at some point, which will probably have an updated sensor. But if they came out like an S50 Pro could be good. And yeah, an S70 or S70 Pro would be really nice. But yeah, yeah, hopefully with like an S70, they'd actually add guiding because of the presumably greater focal length. Yeah, so I think I need to switch out this target because I have a feeling it's starting to interfere with the roof line. Yeah, so let me find another target. Actually, let me fix the, because I'm using the auto stretch. There we go. That's better. Let me adjust the colors. And see, even then, it always ends up putting the midpoint too far out. So there we go. It's a little bit better. Still have a bit of a gradient there, but at least it's a bit better. And monochrome S50. That would be interesting. Although I think it could be a I guess what I'm trying to figure out how to phrase it, but I'm thinking that a mono S50 would be more niche, and so maybe they wouldn't come out with it because it wouldn't appeal to as many people, you know. I paid $2,500 for an S70. Yeah, I mean, if it's not a S70 Pro, it could be triplet refractor, 70 millimeter, maybe, so 350 millimeter focal length, maybe 400. You broke me. No, I'm just I'm trying to do a couple different things. I'm trying to figure out what target I'm going to image next on the Seestar, and also trying to and just thinking about your question, it's because I mean because so far the Seestar has been positioned more for I mean, a lot of their marketing is it's a scope that's definitely oriented around smartphone use. I mean, even the sensor is vertical, or the images that come out of it are vertical. So it's for like taking images with your phone and sharing them, and that's kind of how it was positioned. Now they are branching out into the Pro, S30 Pro. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see as they add other options. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm not sure that I'd pay $2,500 for an S70. Yeah, the convenience. Yeah. Yeah. Although, yeah, if it's all sealed theoretically. Yeah. Simple entry level. Yeah. I mean, with the Pro kind of setup, it's kind of hard to say. Like if they're going to try to hit, a different target market. Okay, I can take you down. Pull off the say bye to the comet. Thanks for sharing that, Jeff. That's awesome. Yeah, simplicity sells it. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I was getting at that the S30 Pro is a higher price point, but it's probably not going to be that much higher. So yeah, you're right. Yeah. And that was the thing, you know, like, yeah, a lot of older scopes, it was, yeah, people slowed down a lot. So, and there's other smart scopes out there like that are high, more expensive, the Vespera, whatever, and the Celestron Origin, and they're still selling them. So I presume they're making money at it. So ZWO could potentially get a piece of that market by going, having more expensive scopes, smart scopes. And they have a lot of the pieces. I mean, they could have something with a beefier mount, and they could make a modular system. Hello, Star Traveler. Welcome. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's the other thing with the smart scopes. I do find it interesting what Celestron did with the Origin, where the camera is upgradable, and I mean, like, it was positioned for that, and the camera is upgradable, because that's the part that probably is most where there's the most need for it being upgradable or replaceable. So it would be interesting to have something where, I mean, I guess the problem I see is like with the Origin is, since it's the RASA design, you're constrained by what kind of camera you can put on it and what kind of filters you can have on it. You can't necessarily have like a filter wheel without causing big issues with the optical train. So CWO does have a little filter wheel in the Seestar, because it's got the IR cut, the light pollution, and the dark filter. So it would be neat to, if they had something where you could upgrade, like maybe an S70 type setup. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And maybe the next, that would be interesting if not ZWO, but one of the companies that's making some of these kind of AliExpress strain wave mounts, if they would put together a smart scope, that could be interesting. Although I do think some of the software might be perhaps the biggest stumbling block. Maybe. All right. What do I want to image with the S30? Something I can maybe run for a while. You know, that might be too small. I was thinking the Wizard Nebula. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna perhaps set myself up for disappointment, but I'm gonna try SH2 157. Actually, can I even get that? Let me see. Oh, you got the sculpture last night. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's an awesome target. Okay. Sorry, I got disconnected from my Seestar. Let me see if I can get connected. Let's see. Oops. Okay, it's 631. Give me a moment. I am repointing the S30 here. All right. Okay. So let's see how that works. All right. All right. So that is gonna a lot of fast Newtonians out there. I mean, as far as what? I mean, they do. I mean, there's a lot of them that are sold. Seems like a. Although I don't know. I guess back outside. Yeah, yeah. The weather's even nicer today, so figured I'd sit outside. Let me fix the. If I don't periodically go in here and adjust the histogram, I start getting weird color shifts or it's just not as visible. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Let's try that. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to start something on the S30, which I will go to shortly. Cool. Unicorn in the nebula. I don't know. No. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, you really have to have good seeing for that, or yeah, you're in for a lot of disappointment. Is my voice croaky? It might actually be a little bit of both. I'm using a different mic. It's got a lot of noise cancellation right now, and the air is dry, and I've got fans blowing on me, so my voice might be a bit croaky. Or a little raspier than usual. Not that it's that raspy, but to begin with. But anyway, Aiden, I gotta see it too. That's cool. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's probably the biggest. I hope the biggest thing is just that it's different mic today, because I was using the laptop mic, and this is actually a mic I used like a year or more ago for streaming. Actually, probably less than a year ago. But I was using it. It's just like a Rode microphone, and it's too far from me. Like really, that kind of a mic should be a bit closer, but I can't. I don't have the pieces to be able to like get it closer to me. This particular mic I used to have sitting right in front of me, when I live streamed. A different one than the one I currently have, but so yeah. All right. Okay. So let me go check. So that's, let me zoom in a little bit. Oh yeah, nice. And you're definitely, I mean, it's easy enough, but you can see the lack of stars here, some of the dark nebulosity, but I do tend to have problems with this kind of target here because I'm in the city. So I pull that. That looks nice. Let me zoom in more. All things considered for Bortle 9, but I'll take it. All right, let me look at unknown. And it actually is, it isn't just a bug in ESC saying it's unknown, it's actually unknown on the my phone too. Let's see, let me see if I can load this. I might end up having to restart something. So let me switch back to this. All right. What causes the color gradients? Terrible light pollution. Stuff like, I mean, you may have seen it in some of the all sky photos. Like, I'm in an urban canyon with buildings around me, and so there's a lot of light kind of just in the sky in general, like off that direction. Like, I can see it's darker blue that way than it is even right over there. Because of who knows. Not stuff in this neighborhood, but stuff beyond the neighborhood. But then within the neighborhood, I have buildings, houses around me, and there's like light on some of them, which sometimes will kind of come in through the top of the tube. And I need to be more consistent about putting the dew shield on it. But problem is there's not enough because of the where the focuser is on the Skywatcher Quattro. It's the dew shield. It's a dew shield, but I'm using it for a light shield. Is so long, like I have to tape it. It doesn't like attach to the scope, so I don't always use it because then it starts shifting, and then I start with other issues. ASI Airformer. I wonder if it fixed some of the issues that people were having. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, the Seestar itself kind of has some weird gradients too sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get them at Starfront, but here they're particularly pathological, just because of all the lights here. Oh, wow. Yeah, here it's all clear. Now, over the weekend, we're supposed to get some rain. Yeah, this still didn't load, so let me restart the back end process I've got running. All right. Now this particular target that I'm doing with the Seestar, the S30. I'm probably going to let it run for quite a while because some of it's a little faint, and I might need a long exposure here. Yeah, so Not too bad. I as I've said before, I am very keen to get this scope out somewhere, to some darker sky location. Sorry. Cool. All right. So that. All right. So I am imaging. I don't know if I've ever done this particular framing, but this might take a lot of time. But I'm imaging the bubble nebula here. But also the lobster claw is somewhere over here. And I'm not 100% sure which one that is, that nebula. Let me look. That is that's the Northern Lagoon Nebula. That other target. This thing here is the Northern Lagoon Bubble Nebula, and somewhere like all in here is part of the lobster claw, also known as the Californiano lobster claw. We'll call it the lobster claw. So this will probably take a bit of time, but I'll just let it go for a while and see how it goes. Hello, 239 Astro. Yeah, that's always a bummer. That's up for me. A lot of times it'll be like, it won't be on a weekend, or it'll be when the moon is particularly annoying. Like it's happens way too often where it'll be rainy around the new moon and then it'll clear out as it's getting into the full moon. It's like, hopefully the clouds clear for you. Otherwise, that's kind of, we had a few months of that here over the summer in Texas, where it just never seemed like it would, just was raining too much. Now it's hardly raining at all. Although, like I say, this weekend we're supposed to get some rain. Zoom in a bit on this. Too far out. There we go. I think I might move on to another target here in a bit, since I'm going to be letting the S30 run for a while. Nope. Terrible. There we go. A little bit better. That's cool. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how the gradient cleans up. Yeah, that's a good point. If it wasn't a Messier object, then yeah, it's probably too faint. All right, so let me figure out. Yeah, like this little red bit here is kind of maybe kind of one of the brightest parts of the lobster claw, and you can kind of see some of it. Let me see if I increase the stretch here a little bit, if it helps. Problem is that a lot of times it just makes everything more noisy. Yeah, I think it helps a little bit. You can kind of see some of the red tinted nebulosity around here. So we'll let this go for a while. It's only been going for like 5 minutes. I'll let it go for. I should be able to let it go for half an hour, maybe even a full hour. All right. So, what would be a good target for the? What would be a good target? Sometimes I end up sitting so long in one place, I have to shift a little bit. All right. What would be a good one for the Newtonian? Oh, I don't think have I tried this Starburst galaxy? I don't think I have. It might not turn out well, but I should at least give it a go. IC10. All right, so I'll stop this. Let me zoom out and go to IC10. Okay, let's try that out. See how it goes. I'm watching the scope, just making sure the cords aren't doing anything. Yeah, that's I should do something like that. Have come up with a list of targets and then just write Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune it. Yeah. Or random random wheel for random arrow on. Okay. So let's start stacking this and see what we get. Now this is the Starburst galaxy, which is IC10. Oh, I guess I didn't realize. Sorry. I went to Wikipedia and it was kind of bright. I guess I didn't realize that it's in the local group. It wasn't. It was suspected that it might be in the local group, but it was not confirmed until 1996 when they were able to figure out its exact distance using Cepheid variables. 2 to 3 million light years, maybe. But it's difficult because it's near the Milky Way and obscured by a lot of interstellar dust. It's the only known starburst galaxy in the local group. It has a lot of Wolf-Rayet stars. Cool. So let me fix the stretch on that. Now this will be, because it is a fainter galaxy and it is located near the plane of the Milky Way, trickier, but yeah, it's in that. Let me fit widths. So we'll let this go for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is, though, I am using the SV240, which does have near infrared, so that might help with that. Maybe. At least it'll help with the light pollution. But maybe it'll help. I know further infrared you can see through some of the dust clouds, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I figured I'd try it. I don't think I've ever. I don't know if I've ever imaged this before. Don't know that I've imaged it with the Newtonian. Just trying to fix the color cast. I mean, it is an irregular galaxy, so it's not going to be a nice spiral, grand design spiral or anything. I mean, the bubble is coming along nicely, but bubble's reasonably bright. It's got part of the bubble. And then this northern, what did I say? Northern Trifid. And then we've got, can kind of see bits of the lobster claw. But it's only 10 minutes. It's dropping a lot of frames. So I don't know, if it keeps dropping frames, might not be able to get enough time on it, but hoping I can get at least half an hour, maybe even more on it. Let's try to fix this gradient. So great. Sometimes I don't like zooming in too much because then it just ends up grainy. The graininess can be a bit distracting. For me, at least. Cool. All right. Let me see if there's something else I might want to try with the Newtonian. Problem is the field of view is, I shouldn't say the problem. Some targets that I would, the field of view is too narrow that I would want to, like the NGC 281, the Pac-Man Nebula, it kind of crowds the image, and you can't, if you do a long exposure, you can't get all of it. And then bigger things like the question mark nebula stuff are just, what's this one? Oh. Let's see. Just kind of looking around Stellarium for interesting little nebulas or galaxies or clusters, star clusters. There's so many things. Now, Triangulum isn't up yet. Oh, I take it back. It is above the horizon here. I could always do some more time on that, but I'll probably wait till it's a little higher. And some open clusters. Some of the open clusters, they're neat and all, but just kind of looking around for other possible targets. Let's see. If there's anything. Now, granted, the problem is my skies are pretty obstructed, so but if there's any targets people want me to at least see if I can image. Let's see. I am looking forward to some of the more winter targets to be visible. And there are some neat targets. It's just I need to have a dark sky. So not really an option here. Let's see. IC417. Let me check. Oh, it is just rising here, and it's behind a building. But that actually, I don't think I've imaged that with the Newtonian, but it doesn't get above a building until like midnight, unfortunately. But that would be cool. I imaged that with the Seestar, but it'd be interesting to check it with the Newtonian. Or not check it, but image it with the Newtonian. All right. Let's see. Let me try to adjust that. It's actually kind of redder than I expected it to be. Maybe, I guess, because it's all the dust. That's kind of, I don't know. Gentlemen? Yeah, let me see what else. I mean, I do like irregular galaxies to a point, but then kind of gets diminishing returns after a while. Let us see. Oops. Wrong window. Yeah. Sometimes. Oh. I mean, hold on a second. Forget there's some galaxies that are up. I was looking at the silver sliver, but maybe. Have I ever imaged this one before? Not the silver sliver, but this one. Hold on a second. Let me look this up. NGC 925. Let me give it a try. NGC 925. I'm not sure how it'll turn out, but it's worth a shot. It's not a super bright galaxy, but we'll give it a try. All right. You know, let's check in on the lobster. Seeing more of it, but it's definitely a challenge. It's up to almost 15 minutes. So hopefully I'll be able to get past half an hour. Oops. All right, so Iris Nebula, let me see. And this is where I really this is where it would be nice if I didn't have all these obstructions, because it's behind a house. If it's clear tomorrow, I'm going to image it first thing, because it looks like I might be able to image it until like 8:30 or maybe 9. So let me make a note for tomorrow, because that would be an interesting one. I think I've imaged it, but I don't know if I've imaged it with this filter. Bummer. Okay, so sorry, I need to fix the okay. Oh, yeah, part of the problem with this is it's really low, so this might not be the best target. Like it's pointing right towards that light. Oh, hello, Misty 2454. Welcome. Thanks for joining. Lurking. Nice. Super brainwashed out. Hey, it's like those YouTube videos where people pointed at out of focus shaking star, and it's like it's Betelgeuse going supernova. All right. Yeah, so this is too low. I could do triangular. That's a bit higher. What would be higher in the sky? What's that? Oh, see, that's too close to the meridian, I think. I mean, I could do the silver sliver. How high up is that? Aren't there some other galaxies near there? That's also kind of low. Never mind. Probably not the ideal one right now. Triangulum is a little higher. Andromeda is much higher, but it's so its apparent size is so large. I can only image like the core of it. No worries. Welcome. IC63. Let's try IC63. Hey, we're in luck. That one is not obstructed. So let me try that. IC63. Let's go to 6063 and go. Let's see how this is doing. It's kind of can see some of it, but I do have a feeling that I would need to do like probably a solid hour to get the lobster claw. But let me see how much longer I can actually image that, because maybe it's okay. Maybe because it's still on the good side of the meridian. So actually, yeah, I might be able to image it for a full hour, at least an hour more. With the Seestar. So I think I'll just let it run for next hour or more. Let's see how this is doing. All right. All right. Is it even pointing at it? Let me look. I said to point at IC63, but oh yeah. So this is the ghost of Cassiopeia, and the field of view is so narrow, or it's more narrow with the Seestar. I mean, not with the Seestar, but the Newtonian, that that the bright star that's Navi that's nearby is out of frame, which could be good because a lot of times that kind of overwhelms the image. But we'll see. Let's see if I move this a little bit further in that. This is a challenging target, especially here, but I'm starting to see it, this kind of nebulosity here. Granted, I've only got 2 minutes on it, so we'll let it go for a while, because it's a cool target. Fit widths. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna let that go for a bit. Getting more of the lobster claw. I really need to, um, or I really want to take the Newtonian and the S30 out to a darker location at some point. Now that we're getting into cooler weather, um, I mean for here, because I do want to see how well it performs under skies like what Cosmic Ray has. Oh yeah, great Halloween. That's true. And we're not that far away from Halloween, which is kind of crazy. Uh, well, it's hard for me to think that it's Halloween because it was like 92 here 2 days ago. Uh, they haven't updated through the cloud. Yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, yeah, looks like I'm under a street light. You know, maybe I'll do that. Let me let me try that. Uh, and actually, I haven't done this in a while. Do I even have it? No, I do. I have my. Of course, that doesn't help. Yeah, there we go. Got my be right back. So I'm gonna pause the video, but the audio's still running. And I'm going to get the actually I'll pause the audio. I mean I'll mute the audio too, but I'm gonna go get the dew shield and I'll try it. Yeah. So I will be back shortly. I am back. I might have to stop and restart this. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's yeah. Christopher Columbus. No, I mean, for me, I think it's interesting how the Polynesians went across the Pacific. All right, so let me stop stacking this. Probably gonna, yep, and bump the heck out of this. So let me stop this. Let's see. I mean, I was trying to put a filter, not a filter, like a shield on it. So not totally surprised that the guiding got all messed up. I mean, I know I had to stop it. I'd have to stop and restart it, but I figured I'd just do it after I put it on. Um, I might need to. I'm just gonna re-go to the target just to make sure. Sometimes I hear it's either a bird. Do bats make noise? Sometimes I hear some kind of thing flying around. All right. There we go. Let's start stacking this, and hopefully it's better. Hold on a second. Um, oh, good night, Cheap. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. I forgot to turn it off. Thanks, Cheap Astro, for stopping by. Have a good rest of your night. Actually, I am outside. Uh, I can't easily show the sky, I guess. I mean, I could try. Let me see if I can do this. What's the red light? It's weird. Oh, is the camera? Oh, that's annoying. Oh no, it's another device. Hopefully this doesn't mess up the mic. I am sitting outside. You cannot. This way. You even seeing the stars up there? Yeah. I don't know if you could actually even see any stars there. The light pollution is pretty terrible. Sorry, I'm trying to hook the camera up. I should make it so it's easier for me to do that maneuver. But I'm sitting in my backyard next to the house. Oh, nice. Thanks, Cheap Astra. Oh yeah, no, I'm this is like the outside of the house behind me. Yeah, it looks like blue sky. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm Bortle 9 in the middle of Houston. Saw 3 stars. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no problem, Christine. Thanks for joining. Yeah, this camera is it's this. I mean, like some of the mirrorless cameras, like Sony and Canon, they have like crazy ISO settings. Like I have mine set to 100,000 ISO. So like if you see, yeah, the only light on my face besides ambient light is my laptop, and if I just turned off the display on my laptop, so yeah, it's the sky, which is pretty bad. So I'm happy to get anything really here. And it was also the way I look at it, if I can image something, that means just about anybody can image something. It's really bad. Let me try to. This gradient is just horrendous. Just trying to. Try to bring out some of the nebula without bringing out too much of the gradient, which is kind of tough. But yeah, it's not too bad. Only have a few minutes on it so far, so it's IC43, the Ghost with Cassiopeia, which is let's see, what is it? It is it is a reflection and emission nebula. There's also IC59, which is next to it, but it's fainter. So yeah, it's nebulas. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I know how that is. We've had plenty of that. Um, and I know a lot of times when I'm clouded out, uh, I'll go check out other people's YouTube stream channels or live streams or or our or the Discord server. Which earlier I was sharing Jeff Jay Kelly on the stream was streaming the comet. Which comet was it? Lemon, A6 Lemon. So that's cool. Oops, Berg. Hate that when it does that. Hold on a second. Give me a sec. Here. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, lemon. I like lemon. Yeah, how many of those points of light are starlings? I mean, right now, not too many. I mean, they would be streaks, but I know earlier there were quite a few. And luckily, the scope is pointing this way because a jet is flying overhead right now. So that happens every once in a while, and it produces some real horrendous streak on the through the field of view because they tend to be pretty low where I live because I'm like in the city, so or in a city. Um, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Sorry. Yeah, so like I was saying, sometimes I go look at on Discord because people will be sharing various things they're imaging. Let's see, nobody's right now is streaming, but I know Jeff earlier was sharing a comment. Eastern Iowa, cool. I think I used to have some. I think I have some family, like distant cousins who live in Iowa. Is it Left Learners 5? Yeah, yeah. Like I say, I think I had some like yeah. On my mom's side, I had some family in Iowa. I think they're still there. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Thanks for joining. But yeah, we talk about astronomy there, and like we do. People share their scopes. Um, so like some nights, I know. Hell, sometimes it's only one or two. Sometimes there's none. Sometimes there'll be six people imaging different things, sharing their screens, sharing their imaging session on Discord, which is cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm in Houston, so it's the lights here are, and I'm not just like in the suburbs. I grew up in the suburbs here, but I'm like in the city, so the light is. I mean, that's why it looks like it's blue sky, and also why I'm able to. I mean, the camera is sensitive, but even so, the sky's so bright that um, yeah. All right. This is looking not too bad. Just trying to bring out more of the nebulosity without messing it up too much. Let's look at the lobster. Oh, oh, this looks like it is looking at a building now. So I'm gonna have to stop this one. This one's totally messed up. Um, I mean, not messed up. I just would have to restack it. All right. So let me pick another target for the Seestar. What? Beetlejuice exploded finally. Uh, I hope that's a joke about my about what that image looked like. Um, that would be funny because like there's been so many videos for so long that about Beetlejuice going supernova, and then it'll go supernova, and people are like, "No, people won't believe it initially." Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't because it was kind of a similar thing for me. Like I would go out of the city to do imaging, or I was doing visual. I had done visual before that, but I hadn't really tried imaging in the city uh, until a couple of years ago. Um, I guess what had happened is I'd seen a few YouTube videos, and I was really impressed by what people were able to do, and I'm like, I should give it a try. And so but yeah, before then, it's yeah. I mean, you can see visual is kind of a lost cause here. Um, so what would be a good thing to image with the S30? What's that? Man, that's an interesting target, but probably too faint. I always see these things and they look really cool, but then I'm like, not going to be able to image it here, even with filters, not in any reasonable amount of time. Um, I don't think. I mean, it's not the brightest. Oh wait, how close is this? Oh, actually, yeah. Let me find a target that I can image for at least an hour. With the S30. Maybe I'll go ahead and try the Heart Nebula, IC 1805. I don't know if I've done that with the S30. Maybe I have. Well, let me give that a try. Um, maybe I should I do try to do the I'll focus on the heart. So I'll try that out. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, for me, it's way too far to, well, I shouldn't say way too far. It's probably like an hour drive to get to a reasonably dark sky. Okay, let me check it out. The white robes of the ghost. Oh my gosh. There are some crazy AI videos out there. I wonder, let me bring up the sculptor and actually let me see what, because I only have the one monitor, or just my laptop screen, I should say. Yeah, it's starting to be a bit ghostly. It's the problem is the histogram. Oh, let me try this. Is that better? It'd be better. Even though I'm zoomed in on the histogram, it's still so narrow. I'm trying to make little fine adjustments to try to brighten bits of it, but it can be a challenge. All right. Let me look at Discord. See the sculptor here. Is it in the chat? In the live chat? Where did you put the sculptor? That's cool. Where is it? Oh, is it in general? Oh, yeah. So, sorry. I see it now. I see it now. Let me bring it up. So, photo gallery. General sculptor. That looks really cool. I mean, you say you need more time, but looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice. That's a lot of detail. That's awesome. Very nice. What am I minimized a whole bunch of windows. Let me see what this looks like further out. Definitely hope some of that gradient cleans up. Let me see if it's kind of finding the balance between being able to bring it out more and then it causing a gradient. Okay. The sky, I don't wonder what the transparency is right now. Holy moly, are you kidding me? This is like the Heart Nebula. I guess that's the heart of the heart. That's going to take some time. I'll let it run for a while and see where it goes. Yeah, it is really cool. You want more detail? No, it looks pretty awesome. Your ventrals. Wow, that's impressive. 503, cool. Imagine, yeah. Cool. All right. So, how much time do I have on this? 21 minutes already. Maybe I'll let it go to about half an hour and then move on to another target. I mean, sometimes I do it just to not be spending too much time on a single target, but sometimes I also switch a lot because of obstructions. I mean, like I thought I would be able to image the Lobster Nebula longer on the S30, but ended up having a building get in the way. So just never stops. Would be another good target with this filter. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I aspire to have that kind of setup because, like, I have one kind of nice camera for my telescope, and yeah, I sometimes I'd like to use my refractor, and if I went somewhere and wanted to take both, I mean, I wouldn't bother taking both the refractor and the Newtonian because I only have one good camera. At least right now. Is that on the Discord server? Some nice photos of lemon by Jeff. Very nice. Cool. Right. Yeah, this is coming along nicely. Let me zoom this in a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah, I think with a little cleanup, definitely would could probably make this come out a bit, come out a lot more. I almost said make it pop, but I won't go that far. General AP. Let me check that. Look, smooth scrolling is not smooth. Mm. Oh wow, nice. That's cool. I need to. The only time I've imaged the Christmas tree nebula was here with my S50. I should give it a try when it's better positioned. It's very nice. Right. Yeah, yeah. There aren't many of them. I should start rating. It just get really brutal. Nah, I can't do that. Yeah, exactly. That would be funny. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I'd do that. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Uh, but what if we started rating the images of people's uh, astronomy rigs? Yeah, Ascar has some neat ones, some nice ones. Um, yeah, I do like the square sensors, at least conceptually. I don't own one, but uh, rate my rig. That's maybe that'll be a new thing. Rate my rig. Um, so what would be another good target? Yeah, the yeah, I mean there's some gradient and then there's this thing where I mean on a lot of mine there's kind of a it's a I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a central gradient, um, where it's is it brighter in the middle or is it brighter on each side? But it's like a strip up the middle, and yeah, that one's kind of annoying. Oscar 71F. Yeah, I mean I've seen a lot of uh, great images from NASCARs. I don't have I have the only refractor I have. Well, I shouldn't say the only. I have a few refractors, but the best refractor I have is it's an aperture, but it's Sharps made by Sharpstar. I'm been pretty happy with that, but I haven't really exercised it enough. I should probably try it out at some point. Um, but see, that's why I need a second camera. I could do that. I could image with the Newtonian and the refractor at the same time, but I'm not sure when that's going to happen. If people buy more stuff through my affiliate links, maybe I'll get it. uh, oh, Carbon Star 200. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I thought about getting that one. And I ended up going with the Skywatcher Quattro 8-inch instead. But it still looks like a really nice one. Ascar 120, nice. What is that one like? Ascar. Triplet? Um, oh, nice. That looks like that could be a cool. That would be a nice one. What's the focal length on that one? 840. It's almost, that's interesting, almost exactly the same focal length. Smaller aperture, but a refractor. It's good. That's a nice one. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, for me, with my skies, I really wanted more aperture, which is why I ended up with the Newtonian. I mean, because like I was kind of infatuated with the Rasas, but I guess I felt like the Newtonian would be, well, it was cheaper, but also a different set of trade-offs from the Rasa. Like I can actually use normal filters instead of having to use fast filters that are rated for fast scopes. And I like the camera I have on there. I can have a fairly decent sized camera on it, and I could put a filter wheel on it without a problem. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, that's why I didn't go with like a refractor. Why I ended up with the Newtonian, because for for well, and to be able to maximize imaging when things are kind of between buildings, sometimes only for like an hour. I really wanted something. Yeah, I was trying to maximize aperture, but also not go too big where it would be difficult to carry it. Like the mount works fine with this. Even if I would have had a beefier mount, I had been thinking about getting the 10-inch Newtonian. I'm glad I didn't, because I would really struggle with that. Oh, interesting. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah. Well, and does it have a better focuser? You'll buy both and never. Oh my gosh. Oops. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, I have a really cheap larger refractor, an SV Bony one, but I it's just for solar imaging, so uh, it's a doublet, so it would be not good. Well, I guess if I did narrowband imaging, it would be fine, but it was so cheap, I like under $300. I um, but I might get another. I guess I'm conflicted about getting another refractor just because of my skies. It would be a different thing if I was imaging somewhere else. Um, Maybe if I end up going out to the astronomy club dark site more consistently, maybe that might change my mind. But we'll look at this. Man, there is some serious gradient on this. Wow. I mean, I do see like the sky looks just bright over there. So I don't know why. I mean, brighter than usual. uh, so let's figure out another target for the ref, for the Newtonian. I want to try to get something reasonably high in the sky, but also too not too close to the meridian. Of course, that's metric starfish. Why is triangulum? Triangulum is almost 60 degrees. Which direction is it? Yeah, I mean, it's further away from kind of the brighter part of the sky. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, a big, if you go to like an astronomy club and look through a really big scope, that can just be amazing. It's been a long time since I've done that. I need to go to a star party or something again. But yeah, sometimes just if you're at a dark sky, just looking up at the stars is awesome. If it's really dark. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, and the only problem, well, not the problem, the reason why I kind of ended up with a more than, well, ended up with more scopes than I probably needed to, but it was just like I wanted to be able to do planetary, and for that you need a different kind of telescope from if you're trying to do like bigger nebulas. Um, and so like, yeah, I mean the Newtonian I've been pretty happy with, but it's, it definitely has some quirks and limitations. Oh yeah, meteor showers are awesome. I just, uh, I mean, it's been so long since I did that. I just kind of lay on a blanket on the ground or on a car and look up at the sky. Yeah. Gosh. I mean, yeah. There's somebody in the local astronomy club. They have like I mean, I haven't seen it in person, but people were talking about it. They have somebody has a 30-inch scope that they sometimes bring out. Um, I'd like to take a look through that one. I'm sure that's pretty amazing. um, yeah, yeah. I mean, the good thing is for like planets. I mean, these days. I mean, I guess it. Yeah. I mean, I think people like you can get pretty good results from like I think just from like a Maxitov telescope. Uh, like those aren't too bad, but I don't know how generally. I don't. I almost bought one of them for planets, but I'm not sure how generally useful they are. Because again, it's kind of a different thing. Like as far as a small object, fairly bright, um, where you want like a lot of magnification. That's one thing I've been like a few of my scopes are more astrophotography oriented, but some of them are definitely visual, uh, fine for visual use. And I need to get some good eyepieces because like the eyepieces I have are kind of they're okay. What I really want to do is get like a 2-inch eyepiece. I've never owned one of those. I've only owned like the inch and quarter eyepieces. One of these days. Of course, I'd probably want to be at a dark sky for that. So that's kind of part of the dilemma. All right, let's go look at this. Yeah, I need to find another target. Um, Maybe I'll just go to Triangulum for now. while I try to figure out some other target, because the Triangulum galaxy, because I've imaged it, but I feel like I need more data on it, more time on it. Suddenly lagged. All right, start a new stack, and go. Is it going? Okay. See it moving. Kind of close to a building, but a little further away from the bright light. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, although I think a 30-inch might be kind of cool. Yeah, that's okay. Galaxy that has here. And I don't know why this sometimes does this with the like I got it, I think because I detached this panel at some point. Now it does. And then because I'm doing this through a remote desktop, it sometimes is a little, oh, and I'm zoomed in. That's not helping me. Reset this. Do that. Okay. Adjust this a little bit. See, if I ever get that an APS-C camera and the reducer on this, I'd actually have a reasonable shot at imaging much of the Andromeda Galaxy. But right now, I only would image the core. So, nebula, Sagittarius B2. Oh, I see what you're saying. Ethyl alcohol. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I mean, imagine that's quite a bit of. It is interesting. The one I always thought was interesting years ago, closer to home, that Jupiter, because heavier elements tend to settle inside tend to settle towards the core. They had figured that the core of Jupiter might be carbon, or a lot of it might be carbon, and if so, because of the temperature and pressure, it could be an Earth-sized diamond inside the core, which I just kind of blew my mind when I first read that. Like, a diamond the size of Earth. Like, that's just... I'm not singing intergalactic kicker. Nice. Nice. So what is it? Sagittarius B2. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It would be I mean, the only positive thing, I guess, is that it's so deeply buried. It would be difficult to get to. not to give away a good science an older science fiction story, but I remember reading a specific book a number of years ago, and it was after they had figured that the core of Jupiter might be diamond, and it involved. I mean, actually, it was the 2001, one of the sequels to 2001: A Space Odyssey. At the end of 2010, the aliens that are never seen detonate Jupiter or ignite Jupiter and make it a small star. And the one of the follow-on books of 2010, I guess the kind of initial ignition disrupted the diamond core, and I guess it was like set years later, and they had seen this iceberg on Europa or something that was sinking, and then they realized they thought it was ice, and then they realized it was a chunk of the diamond from Jupiter's core that had gotten blown out when it was ignited. Anyway, I thought that was cool. An iceberg, a diamond iceberg. Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, they definitely would. I mean, that would, yeah. It's like, what was that movie? Don't Look Up, or was it some other one where they decided there was something valuable? Anyway, this is Sagittarius B249. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Sagittarius B2. I'm curious where that. Sagittarius B2. Oh. Yeah. I guess it can't. I'm guessing because it's pretty close to the core of the Milky Way. I'm guessing that it's only visible in infrared. So, because I see a James Webb image in mid-infrared, so I'm guessing it's wouldn't be able to image it, unfortunately. Yeah, bit far. I mean, depending on how bright it is, I mean, its potentially could be imaged, but I think the problem is it's like buried behind a bunch of dust and stuff. Yeah, the James Webb, it's pretty impressive. I mean, it's just one of the truly great observatories. Let me look it up on here. I'm not spelling Sagittarius. Okay. Dark. Yeah, this was taken with the infrared camera, mid-infrared of B2, Sagittarius B2. Yeah, so I thought that was cool. I guess I hadn't. Yeah, I didn't know about this one. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, the James Webb it was expensive, but it does things that no other scopes can do. Yeah. I have been happy imaging Triangulum Galaxy with this scope, because I mean, being able to see the gradient is kind of a pain. Let's see if I can. But seeing like these nebulas, which are nebulas around the galaxy, around Triangulum, not our galaxy, I think is pretty awesome. Like, yeah, this one and this one, that one are all part of that galaxy. And this one is the biggest nebula in the local group, like by a large amount, apparently. But yeah, that's why I want to get more time on this. Did I just did I meant to close that and not shut off the. Oh, hey. You can just resume it. Cool. Let me see. Did I resume it? Yeah, I resumed it. Let's see if I could resize this. There we go. Oh. Again, it gets a little squirrely going through the remote desktop, which is okay. One of these days I'll sort that out, but that's why I usually try to auto hide it. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, the James Webb, it's just, yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, and that too, like I always like the probes where they say, oh, it has like a 5-year mission life, and then 15 years later they're still getting things out of it. Um, I have not seen anything. I thought they were going to start like kind of starting like the full uh, science program with it this fall. Like they were doing a few months of calibration and whatever, testing out things, working the bugs out of the system. But uh, I feel like it was around this time, like October or November, that they were gonna um, possibly show some more. I mean, what they showed already was pretty impressive, but yeah, I haven't seen anything. I saw like a YouTube video a week or two ago, and I was like, oh, they came out with new stuff, and it was like, no, it was the old stuff, unfortunately. Let me switch over to this and see if this is. Okay. I'd have to restart it again, so I'll just switch back to this. Let's see, Vera Rubin. Observatory. Nope. Right. Let's see, Vera Rubin. Okay. It says full survey operations were planned to begin later in 2025. But let's see. Yeah, because like it was in June that they released the first images. We want more. Let's see. Survey. Yeah, it says on their website says it's going to begin this fall. Well, it's fall, but I guess it's fall until December, technically. So it should be soon. Should be soon that they'll start their survey. And I know there's like an embargo on the data, but I'm sure interesting discoveries will start streaming out of that thing, just based on what they already showed. Oh, hey, Aiden, welcome back. If I could just make this a little shorter without, like, I try to make it shorter and then I end up tearing it off into a floating window, which is not what I want. I just want to make this shorter. Like I say, it's because I'm doing it through a remote desktop, and it's not showing me the cursor changing state when it's in the position where it is resizing. And so I'll miss it, and much hilarity ensues. Okay. What has caught my eye before. There's this nebula over here that looks kind of greenish, but I don't think it is green. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the filter I'm using. Maybe it's got more oxygen in it, and it's not coming across as blue. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, because like that one nebula, that's the largest in the local group, and it would be amazing to see closer up. When will we get a stack? Yeah, I know. I might need to just start dumping the raw data out on a Google Drive and let other people stack it, because I've just been, things have been busy for me. Maybe it'll slow down at some point. Yeah. Really, I just needed to find it. Oh, did I restart? Okay, let me see how the heart is doing. Cool. Yeah, I should just do that. What I've thought about doing is writing a script to help. Like at one point, I had started scripting up some stuff in Cyril. I just, if I could just spent a little bit of time on that, then basically automated so I'm not in the loop anymore on it, or not as much. Hang on a second, let me make a note about this. I just had a thought on something I want to try out. All right, I was gonna go back because I restarted. That's kind of disappointing. There must be. Oh, you know what? Dang it. I've mentioned this previously that I have a couple of neighbors that have started keeping lights on, more lights on in their backyard, which spills over onto, not into my yard, but onto other houses that are visible from my yard. And yeah, so I think that might be part of my gradient issues here. Because even this one is, then again, it's kind of, maybe that's part of my problem. That's unfortunate. Yeah. So sometimes the colors end up shifting a lot and I have to redo. Yeah, that didn't change it. All right, let's see. How long have I been imaging this? 16 minutes? 18 minutes? Again, screen brightness is so low I can barely read my screen. Thing where I'm sitting, I'm looking towards the south. I haven't looked to see what might be down there that I could image. Unfortunately, nothing at the moment. What's that? Wolf landmark Malot object? Now that would be difficult. Looks like an irregular galaxy. That would be probably too faint for me. Let's see. Some other things that are starting to come out from behind buildings, but little spindle galaxy. And like, let's see. Yeah, see, the problem is the sculptor galaxy is like more than an hour away from becoming visible from behind a building. Right now, it's behind a building. The Skull Nebula is kind of visible now, but might still be obstructed, so I'm not going to bother even trying that. Phantom Galaxy. Have I imaged that with the Newtonian? Yeah, I did image that M74. Yeah, I did image that. Try to tweak it. It keeps getting taller every time I. It's every time I. Anyway, So maybe I'll just brighten this up a bit. Leave it at that. Yeah, that's cool. And then like that nebula to be visible millions of light years away. That must be very, very bright. Cool. Let's see. Let's see. Just trying to see if there is something else that would be worth imaging or trying this evening. Just looking around, staring. Next time I might try doing, like if I do a live stream tomorrow evening, I might switch to the narrow band filter, the dual narrow band. So I won't be imaging galaxies, but then I could try maybe some nebulas. I need to think about that. Because these gradients have been pretty brutal. Let's see. Yeah, it's unfortunately with the Newtonian, it isn't an ideal target, but the California Nebula should be, it should be up now, but just barely. I mean, up above a building. It rose who knows when, but it's behind a building now. Actually, for grins, since I'm doing galaxies, and since this, or since I'm doing a galaxy, and since this is kind of not quite what I'd like it to be, I might switch this the S30 to Andromeda, actually, since I can. I mean, since it's a reasonably large target. So just waiting for it to move, and then I'll start imaging, and then I'll check it out. Because otherwise, I'm just watching it, trying to acquire the target. Okay. something. Oh. Cool. All right. Let me check that out. Let's see what this is doing. Zoom out. Unfortunately, when it switches targets, it doesn't pick it up, but there we go. We'll go with that. Yeah, I think I'll let this run for the. So far, it seems okay. I'll let it run for a while. This one. Try to. Adjust the histogram to. So, I'm trying to not bring out so much gradient, but I'm trying to get like between, getting more deep detail and then just making that gradient brighter. Or all right, just leave that. Let's zoom in a bit more. Yeah, that is it is pretty cool. Yeah, I was going to say a few billion. Not going to survive. Yeah. Well, there's other problems with staying on the planet. Yeah. What was it? It was part of the science fiction with. It was part of the science fiction universe that Ring World and all that was part of, where they had stasis fields, and you could set the amount of time. It basically time essentially stopped. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks for joining, Christine. Have a good rest of your evening, and see you in Discord. Yeah, they. I remember they, like the stasis fields. You could set it to last for a certain amount of time. And one of the short stories involves some people who are basically just kind of going through using those to kind of jump forward in time to, like, I guess, go to the end of the universe or something, or whatever. Just watch the universe age. That was kind of an interesting premise. Of course, it was a short science fiction short story, so a story, and so something went wrong. But anyway, I won't spoil it for people, but it was an interesting read. Was it Stranded in Real Time? Is that the name of the short story? I forget. Is it Larry Niven? It's been a few years. This is looking cool. Let's see how Andromeda's coming along. Oh, that's actually looking. Let's see what. I wonder what happens if I increase the stretch, if that's gonna make it better or worse. Sometimes it's better, sometimes not so much. Yeah, unfortunately sometimes it gets stuck and I have to like switch away and switch back. I think I'd be tempted to put it back to 15%. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, the nice thing is you can see the dust mane in Andromeda already. And that, is that M110? Yeah, I think that's M110. So, of course, the alignment is off, but I need to fix that. I haven't touched the code in way too long. Oh, nice. Let me pull that up. Right? It's a mess. Of course. I have to reset up the okay. Come on. Right. Cool. And make it visible. Cool. All right. Another one. All right. Right in the middle of a refocus. Yeah, my timing's impeccable. Yeah, I'm probably the nice thing about this time of year for me is I can start the live streams at 8 and I can actually get like a good 3 or 4 hour live stream and still get to bed before midnight. Because a lot of times I have to be up in the morning, sometimes pretty early. I I I am planning on streaming tomorrow, so I'm not wrapping it up immediately, but probably won't be too much longer. Seeing is a bit suboptimal. Let me see. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, your suboptimal is still better than yeah. And let's see. Cool. Right. I I am using the stock focuser. Yes, I have I have the Gemini focuser on it. I mean the EAF Gemini EAF on it, but it's and actually the camera is underslung, and so it's. I mean, it's a lot of times the whole weight of the camera is hanging down. Right now, it's pointing pretty high in the sky, so it's kind of on a down slope. But a lot of times, it's actually kind of almost completely down. So, um, yeah. The only thing I want to try to get a better handle on is the backlash, but that's not. I don't know that if that's the focuser. I think that's more the EAF. Need to fiddle around with that a bit. Your focus curve was wavy. Oh, because of the seeing. That's not ideal. Let me see. What else could I image with the Newtonian with my remaining time? Is there anything I want to kick off? Should look for something high in the sky. Nothing's jumping out at me at the moment. What's that? Oh. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll just leave it on M31 and M33 just for a bit longer. It's I feel this desire to try something different with the Newtonian, but nothing's jumping out at me because there's some things that should be starting to get visible, but not quite yet. Like the Pleiades are starting to rise, but still not. It's still pretty low. They're still pretty low as far as like they might still be behind a building. Yeah. I look forward to having some days where the transparency is better. Sorry about that. I went to a screen, even though it's like the second lowest brightness level. I went to a screen with a white page. Yeah, it does say the seeing is average and transparency is average. I might not live stream tomorrow because I'm looking at this now and it's saying below average and it's going to be cloudy at sunset. So, and Friday looks like a washout. Although it might be clear at Starfront. If it's clear at Starfront, and if they fix my scope, then I'll do that. But otherwise, it looks like it's going to be a mess here starting Friday afternoon. Clouds and rain, probably on and off through Tuesday. But then next week, it might be good. Here and at Starfront, it looks like it might be good starting Sunday evening. So, yeah, I might do a live stream from Starfront tomorrow evening. It all depends. Otherwise, it might not be until Sunday, looks like. Like bouncing around between windows. Yeah, I think I might wrap it up here because I've got to pull everything in. And plus the downside of me imaging out here in the evening is I'm like there's houses that overlook here and I'm kind of trying to be conscious of not being too loud and uh, it's like people's bedrooms might might be backing up to the to where I am to this open area. um let's see how Andromeda is doing. Is that done? Maybe sure that. Oops. There we go. That looks pretty decent. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining, Cupits. And thanks to Jeff and Star Traveler for sharing their sessions tonight. And yeah, I think I will leave it at that. And keep an eye out. Maybe tomorrow I'll do a live stream. Otherwise, it won't be till Sunday, probably at the very earliest. So thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.